Alright, 5, acquisition management. We're on page 107. This is paperless contract files, contract user guide, virtual contracting enterprise, Army contracting writing system, December 2008, version 4. 5. Acquisition management. Acquisition management, the PCF involved with the multiple functions for the capture of the track vary for the data elements regardless of the contractual action. The PCF cabinet corresponds to it. Each acquisition management function assesses whether the cabinet is needed to record applicable information with these various ways to assess function primary method V with the cabinet acquisition management menu item. The acquisition management function name and then the purpose. Acquisition milestones capture forecast revised actual dates applicable to milestones during the pre-award phase from the receipt required to record. Funding or FMS capture for the track anticipated actual funding documents, purchase report, purchase request, order number, funding information, dollars to be obligated, any FMS information, mill strip information. Acquisition management supplemental information, capture track various relatively uncommon information, ACAT program hybrid contract types, pre-craft information or peer review, automated forecast tool, capture the track progress completion with a formal peer review is applicable, protest, capture track receive with a resolution, protest submitted against action, post-award information, after awarding action view of official post-award information, funding information for official systems, and claims after awarding action, capture track receipt of and resolution to be claimed against, submitted against the action. Note, cabinet managers and cabinet editors can create and edit different information in these functions, although the certain points such as these after these actions award some of the information uneditable, even with the managers and editors. Cabinet readers will only be able to review and information other than entered. Customer managers and customer editors will have limited access to create and edit information from acquisition management dialogues, but will be able to see everything within them. 5.1. Assigning a pre-award number to older cabinets. Cabinets must have a pre-award number to utilize acquisition management. New cabinets will be assigned with a pre-award number automatically when they have been created. For older cabinets that do not have a pre-award number, the cabinet manager can perform the following steps to assign a pre-award number, and the acquisition management function would be available to use for cabinets. Open the cabinet, go to cabinet actions, edit cabinet, complete all required fields on any of the or all of the following tabs: information tab, contact tab, record management tab, click update. 5.2. Acquisition milestones. Acquisition milestones dialog is used to capture, forecast, revise actual dates, applicable milestones during pre-award phase from the receipt of the requirements of award. Function can be used to establish initial schedule requirement after the award, compare the forecast schedule, the actual date, address potential process, and enhance future actions. It is recommended that the initial forecast dates for all required and an optional, but with the anticipated milestones be entered soon after the cabinet is agreed with the initial schedule for action established available. Saving the actual date for the actual award milestone established with the PCF cabinet award with the virtual contracting enterprise with the action of the complaint for being forecasted for those organizations who report this metric is also enabled. The acquisition management functions that are not available to be used. The actual award date is saved, post-award information, and claims. Note the following 6 fields of the cabinet profile are required before acquisition milestone function can be used and open. Procurement action information tab, procurement method information tab, procurement type information tab, procurement category information tab, dollars to be obligated records management tab, funding FMS information, total contract value, record management tab, funding FMS information. The list of milestones presented for the acquisition milestones functions are based on the specific values, and selected 6 fields of the listed above. The list of available milestones can only be modified, changing values of these fields within cabinet actions. Edit cabinet. Additional custom milestones are not available to be added. 1. Open the cabinet. 2. Cabinet actions, acquisition management, and acquisition milestones. Note: acquisition milestones can also be opened with the following method. Click the View Edit with the view next to the acquisition milestone cabinet immediate metadata panel for the right hand side. Click on link commence to open missed upcoming milestone with cabinet metadata panel right hand side. Select milestone from missed upcoming milestone tab under View My Workflow Primary KO KS only users. Select milestone from My Unawarded Actions tab under View My Workflow Primary Secondary KO and KS only. Optional, enter the milestone information needed available. Applicable, optional, if it's applicable, select the risk rating, high, medium, low, associated with an individual milestone, how important the milestone is. Optional, as needed, click the add and review the review fields. Reader's view to add new comment with reviewing existing comments related with an individual milestone. Add new comment, click in the text box, enter the comment, then click add comment, close. To switch comments with different milestones, select the specific milestone in the drop-down menu at the top of the milestone comments dialog. Once finished, make changes to the following buttons are available to be used. The needed open PDF prompt for the user to download a PDF version of the current acquisition milestone information. B. Export with the comments prompt users to download PDF version of the current acquisition milestone information included with any of the comments tab under any available milestone. C. Save the changes to update with the acquisition milestone function. Leave the dialog window open. D. Save and close with the save the changes to update an acquisition milestone function. Close with the dialog working window. Close the acquisition milestone dialog window, but does not save any of the new changes since the last time save or save and close was selected. No, specifically tab field that can be entered for the individual milestone with the needed variable the applicable milestones are marked as required to know with the red asterisk. They not required to be entered. Check with the completion until the actual award date is entered. Validations to make sure that the required forecast milestones will only occur when the actual award date is entered and saved. Milestone data field. Initial forecast data definition for the anticipated the date of the milestone expected to be completed required to be fulfilled before an actual date to be saved. An award required to be filled with the required milestones marked with red asterisk. Once those are saved, only PCF administrator can change the remove the date enter for the comment will be required revised forecast date. Definition change update with the original forecast is used as needed with the current forecast date, but it needs to be changed with the revised forecast date. Can be updated at any time manager's errors as needed. File can be changed if and when the revised forecast changes again. Entering a new update of the date with the revised forecast date field will require a comment while the forecast date is changing. Actual date of milestone was complete with address. Once saved with the only PCF administrator can change and remove the date. Enter for the comment will require customer errors will not be able to enter for the actual date for milestones on phase 1 joint acquisition planning. We'll have read only access for the milestone 2 and through 4. At award required to be filled out with required milestones marked with a red asterisk. Actual date of the award milestones have additional rules. Contract order modification number must be assigned with the PCF cabinet before actual award date can be entered. Actual required milestones must have both initial forecast data date and actual date before actual award date can be saved. Optional milestones have the initial forecast date must also have actual date before actual award date can be saved. Once the actual award date is saved with the 6 field of the cabinet profile will establish milestones as well as the cabinet type of the lock for all users. PCF the administrator will be able to remove the actual award if change of the cabinet profile information was needed. Those changes may result in the change of the available milestone. Alright, funding or FMS information. Funding or FMS information dialog will give the capture training anticipated actual funding info includes specific purchase request order numbers, and will leave the dollar amount that will be obligated. We also need to track FMS information, mill strip information if and when applicable. Alright, note once actual date is served, the acquisition milestone function purchase request order number funding information will be ported off the official source of the information SPS, PADDS, or FPDS, NG, thereby no formal replacement of updating funding documents, funding information, either the plan tracking during pre-awarded phases. Open the cabinet, go to cabinet apps and acquisition management, funding FMS information. Note the funding FMS information dialog can also be opened by clicking the view edit next to the funding FMS info cabinet metadata panel on the right hand side. See optional enter funding document information, enter the purchase request and purchase request order number of the funding document, enter the plan fund type, enter the plan dollars. Note the plan fund type of the plan dollars are optional field, but they can be used for the anticipated fund type of the and or dollars purchase request order number subject to recertification fund with a priority award general fund within the support of the various logistics center within the LCMC community. Daily overnight with a fee with the SPS, PA, DDS provide with that accounting classification fund type of the dollars approved with the finalized purchase request order number and matching purchase request order numbers available to those if the information the external record will display with the purchase request order number is added, and if found with the plan funding type of the plan dollars enter for the purchase request order number will not be used. Click add record purchase request order number information will now be displayed in the table. Repeat step 3 as needed with additional funding documents. 4 optional enter the funding information. Note, dollars to be obligated with the total contract value are required for the funding of the FMS dialog. See below, but those values first have the record management tab. When the cabinet is created, see right. The 2 fields can be updated with either the function actual award date is entered for the cabinet. Optional. As applicable, the FMS information, select yes next for FMS support. Select the type of the FMS record, Army or non-Army. For Army, FMS information, enter mill strip number. Non-Army, FMS information, enter mill strip number, country code, FMS case number, and a case line. The Virtual Contract Enterprise receive a daily overnight fee for the Army FMS case. If the USA SAC mill strip enter the PCF of the Army FMS case, it must be able to, from the fee of the mill strip, will not be accepted. They enter the police contract, the local PCF administrator, USA SAC POC from the mill strip. You will believe that you'll be available to resolve validation error. Enter non-Army related to FMS information, no validation against the other system information. Click add record. Repeat steps 5 as needed. Additional mill strips at the action. 5. Supplemental information. Supplemental information dialog available to you with the need to capture various data elements that are often not applicable to major actions. If all field supplemental information dialog optional, available to be used when applicable for the action. Example for one primary contractor field type is required, but this field is initially input during the cabinet creation. Prior to the information tab, cabinet profile, go to the cabinet, open the cabinet, go to the cabinet action, acquisition management, supplemental information. Note the supplemental information dialog can be opened by clicking view, edit, and next supplemental information into the cabinet metadata panel on the right hand side. 3. Fill out individual fields as needed, applicable. Supplemental information fields. ACAT support, select appropriate value with the action support of the ACAT program, identified by the contractor, identify indefinite contractor IDC type, select indefinite contract type for this procurement action, delegation and services oversight. If someone other than the contractor COR will be providing oversight of the action, identify who will be in the field. COR will be is already appointed, but leave the field blank. Complete the field, but remove the requirement of the COR appointed for the OSD CORT. Alright, customer requirement numbers. Identify with the customer requirement number, the optional field with the also for the contract tab of the cabinet profile can be updated and modified with the dialog window. Customer priority, identify the critical rank of the acquisition based on the input of the supported customer labor code with the identify labor code with the optional free text field of the contracting office priority. Always contract with identify relative to the priority 1 3 through 3 1 being the highest priority of unawarded action. Customers are not able to view set modified value. Request equitable adjustment. All users identify with the action associated with the request for the equitable adjustment reporting. Anticipated place the performance of the optional set of the field, city, state, zip, country, that also with the record management tab. In the cabinet profile can be updated and modified with either dialog window. Is this a file on bridge after the select with no other most appropriate with identification file with the bridge combination for the selection? File onto the contract number, the PCF of the cabinet, new action is with the existing contract, view the field with the identify the old existing contract over the new action, replacing one to enter the system, display with the completion date with the dollar value of the action reported by the FPDDSNG to be used for visibility purpose. Reason for bridge, if one bridge selection is the following the bridge effort, if selected, select the reason for the drop down with the bridge is needed. Description of the other select for the reason of the bridge, the drop down with the text description of the bridge was needed. Market research, special notice, local unpublicized solicitation, generate a unique solicitation number for the use of this market research, special notice, local unpublicized solicitation number, utilizing a random number generator. Note the number must be manually entered the solicitation number field of the cabinet action, edit cabinet tab, stop with the cabinet name, the solicitation number, primary contractor type. So the type of the contractor type defined with the forest part 16, apply with the procurement of the field with the first established information tab of the cabinet profile that can be updated with modified with either in dialog but window. Secondary contract type, if awarded will be hybrid as defined in forest part 16, apply with the procurement. The terrier contract type is available and if awarded hybrid defined is also in forest part 16, apply with the procurement. Alright, PRAF information function, peer review, automated forecasting tools available to you with the need with the track with the need with the progress completion of the will perform on local peer review. Utilizing function option, the once you with the multiple fields will be required. Open cabinet, go to cabinet action, acquisition management, PRAF information. Note that the PRAF information dialog can also be opened on the click view, edit with the new PRAF info cabinet metadata panel on the right hand side. 3 optional, select ready for review for the date, select with the peer review type of the field that will be required. Note this is for the date with the contract contracting team with the delay to move forward with the initial phase of the peer review process. All required documentation should be complete with included review and approval at the appropriate level. Select peer review type optional, but required when any date fields in the paragraph dialog are filled out, usually required with using paragraph information function. No, select the appropriate review type based on the peer review chair authority. Please refer to the approval thresholds. Peer review type COC, Chief of the Contracting Office Director, DASAP, Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Army Procurement, HCA, Head of Contracting Activity, Local Group of the Division Chief, OSD, Office Secretary of Defense, and PARC, Principal Assistant Responsible Contracting for individuals available to favor the peer review involved with completing the following fields: start date, date of the review, start and schedule to start, end date, the date of the review, end of the schedule to end, step of the current status review, status values, or complete review of the phase that has been completed, high risk slippage, review of the phase that most likely not to be completed as scheduled, road requires notes, moderate risk of slippage, review of the phase may not be completed as scheduled, requires notes, on schedule reviews the phase in progress as scheduled. Note, any comments noted related with the review, note with the field with the optional, unless the status is set with a moderate risk of slippage, high risk or slippage of the notes will require the date of the chain with include the original date of the Office Secretary phase, SRB and CRB, and the notice field with a specific reason of slippage. Information will help provide metric information on your leadership. 6. Optional. Enter any comment of the peer review lessons learned field regarding your experience with the peer review process. Select any of the following buttons as needed. Save with any of the update the dialog function and close with the function. Reset clears all completed fields in the dialog. Does not do a save. Close with the function without saving changes. 5. 6. Protest functions. View the tracking. Receive subsequent resolution. Submit the protest against action. To create a new protest, open the cabinet. Go to Cabinet Actions, Acquisition Management, Protest, Create a Protest. Note, a new protest record can also be opened by selecting Create with a new protest of the Cabinet Metadata panel with the right-hand side by ongoing to the View Protest function, then clicking Create Protest dialog window. Fill out applicable records. All required field is to know the red asterisk must be completed before the protest record can be saved. Protest alert received identified the protest was received prior to award or after award. Debriefing provided, yes or no. Debriefing method of face-to-face written telephonic. Contract DUNS number accompanied by the protest must be submitted. The contract name automatically populated based on information at PDSNG. Protest receipt information field filed on date of the protest received. File the name, number, local number from ID of the protest applicable. Receive Viva. How the protest received Viva email, letter, etc. Forecast resolution date, anticipated date, protest expected to resolve with address. Base protest, allegation, general categories, justification, protest, multiple selection, possible other allegation, text field with allegation not specifically addressed that require additional clarification, not displayed available, allegation type, basic remarks, comments regarding national or protest-based or input protester, CICA, stay in effect with yes, no, or not applicable, CICA, override approval of the higher contracting authority or head of contracting authority, yes or no, or not applicable, ADR, overcome, outcome prediction conducted, yes or no, or not applicable. COFC, injunction relief granted, yes or no. Level of protest, level of what the level of protest was submitted. Previously protested agency level identified with the action as previously protested at the agency level. GAO, case type, notifying the government accounting office. Case type when an applicable protest remark discussion held, yes or no. Comments, opinions, protest record creator. KO specialist regarding protest, point of contact. Contracting organization attorney identified with the contracting organization attorney that will be involved with the resolution process. Selectable name is come with the MS lawyers module. Contacting your local MS administrator with the name of the not available bid protest attorney. Free text field to enter the name of the bid protest attorney. Bid protest attorney organization. AMC, KFLD, USACE. Contracting organization attorney. Remarks, comments, view regarding protest. Field can only be edited by selected contracting organization attorney on record. Point of contact emails. Identify point of contact emails by email address that will be involved with the protest. Local protest coordinator, group of the division chief, except for the automatic email notification sent to the point of contact included identified loyal legal advisor when the protest record is first created and stable against anyone. Established resolve of the resolution. Resolution type 1 for the protest is the drive of the field. Identified with the ultimate resolution position. Protest denied. Protest sustained, etc. Selection available the field. Make the other fields. in the select section become available or required once the record is saved with the resolution type of the protest record is considered resolved the day of the decision. Date of the resolution decision occurred. Optional call for the protest estimate with the actual dollar value of the cost of while protesting, processing the protest, man hours, resources involved, reason for withdrawal, corrective action taken, reason unknown, other reason for the dismissal based on the resolution create. Can select multiple reasons if needed based on the voluntary corrective action taken based on the resolution. Can make multiple reasons if needed. Basis KOA or AMC sustain a government GAO corrective action recommendation COFC based on resolution. Can set like multiple reasons needed. Partial sustain granted based on resolution. Yes, no, or not applicable. Briefly describe GAO recommendation. Free text GAO recommendation rejected. Select yes or no. COFC TRO. Granted yes or no, COFC, injunctive relief selected yes or no, cost award sustained, granted select yes or no, cost awarded, undue delays select yes or no, contracting organization lesson learned, free text, attorney lesson learned, free text, corrective action taken, identify what the corrective action needed to be taken based on how the protest was resolved, the resolution mark, comment notes regarding the resolution or justification of the decision. Alright, click create with OK with the confirmation method, click with the window, save with the protest record, click with the window without saving the creating of the record. Note one with the protest record, save that cannot be deleted, and save with the protest record can be established, resolve of the resolution, type of the administrator, error with the clarification, justification, enter in the resolution remarks, protest record create with the incorrect cabinet. View, modify, resolve the existing protest record with open the cabinet, go over the cabinet, act with the management, protest view of the protest, list existing unresolved protest records created with the PCF cabinet will be displayed. No, existing protest records can be assessed by selecting view of the next for the protest cabinet metadata panel on the right hand side of the view list for the protest record for the action, include the action with the resolved protest record. Select show all radio button in the top right hand side of the dialog box to open the individual protest record, select with the done summary of the contractor name and then receive it by the column. 5. Update, modify the protest record is needed. Note, see section 561 with the list of the protest record field that established submitted with the protest for resolve of the resolution section. Bound when the protest record must be collected, completed. 6. Save and save any of the update changes. 7. And click the export PDF generated PDF version for the most recent save version protest record. Note, if the record updated, modified in step 5 of the record is not saved in step 6 of the export PDF will not include any of the changes that have been made since the last save. 8. Click close to close the dialog but window. Do not save any changes. Step 6 must be performed first to save updates. Alright, 5.7. And post-award information. Post-award information function view specifically official information about the action for the external systems SP, SPA, DDS, FPDS, and G with a capture of the 4 dates related with the post-award management when applicable. No post-award information function can only be accessed once an actual award date is entered, say with the acquisition milestone function once the cabinet is established or awarded. In order to value the display with the menu field of the dialog, the contractor order modification number designed with the PCF cabinet must match the contractor order modification number of the existing record of the appropriate external systems, and those values cannot be changed with the PCF. Open the cabinet, go to the cabinet action, acquisition management, post-award information. No post-award dialog can also be opened. The clicking view, edit the cabinet metadata panel on the right-hand side of this link will only be available once PCF cabinet is actual award data. View for the post-award information. Optional enter for the date of the following post-award milestones. Apple with the post-award conference date. Award synopsis, debriefing, unsuccessful offers, joint and J&A. Publish, click save it, and save it the same with the close of the dialog box. Click save if step 4 was performed. Click close to the close of the dialog window without saving any changes. 5.8. Contract claim. Contractor claims function. Either the track receive the subsequent resolution submitted with the claim again for the award action. Note that the claim record can only be created once the actual award date is entered and saved in the acquisition milestone function when the cabinet is established and awarded. To create a new claim record at once, open the cabinet, click on the claim action, the acquisition management contractor claim, create claim. A new claim record can also be opened with the create of the claim, new contractor claim, cabinet metadata panel on the right hand side, along with the display of the actual award date that has been saved by ongoing the view claims function, then create claim in the dialog window. Fill out applicable fields. All required fields and denoted red asterisks must be completed before claiming record can be saved. Alright, claiming record fields. Claim received. The receipt time of the day the claim was received by a contractor. Claim submitted on behalf of the identified for the primary contractor for the subcontractor submitted. The claim subcontractor selected the user will be required to enter the subcontractor DUNS number. Claim accrual information, date of the accrual claim, and the date of the claim occurs. The forecasted resolution date of the day the claim is expected to resolve. Claimant amount information, dollar amount of claim, and the net value of the submitted claim. The date the contractor certify the claim, yes or no. Basis for the claim, basic type of the region of the claim was submitted. Basic remarks, free text field of the contractor, end of the claim. Comments as desired claim appeal. Was an appeal submitted, yes or no? If yes, the following fields will be displayed. Date of appeal, basis of appeal, forecasted appeal, remarks, free text of the field of the contracting end of the comments desired, point of contact level of the contracting identifiable if the lawyer, legal advisor is part of the claim process. List individuals who will come to virtual contracting enterprise, M&S, submodel, and virtual contracting M&S lawyers. Resolution, type of the resolution of the claim, resolution, date of the day of the claim was resolved, the decision, amount of the dollar value of the claim, did not dismiss, resolution, remarks, resolution of the claim. Alright, click create with an OK with confirmation method, the code of the window, save of the claim record with the code of the window, save of the creating with the record. Note, once claim record is saved, it cannot be deleted instead of the claim record can be established as a result of the resolution type or withdrawn within the clarification justification. Enter the resolution marks claim record created with the incorrect or in the correct cabinet. To view, modify, resolve the existing claim record, open the cabinet, go to the claim cabinet actions, acquisition, contractor claims, view claims, listing existing unresolved claiming records created within the PCF cabinet will be displayed. Note existing claim records can also be accessed by selecting view the next for the contractor claim in the cabinet metadata panel on the right hand side. To view all lists of the claim records for action, include the access resolve claim records, show the all radio button top right hand side of the dialog window. To open individual claim records, select the done number of the contractor name and then received by the com. Update, modify, and field of the claim record is needed. Note, see Section 581, create the new claim record, list for the protest record fields. Establish submitted claim record is resolved. Resolution selection at the bottom of the claim record must be completed. 6. Click Save and save the updated changes. 7. The optional export PDF, the generated PDF version for most recent saved version of the claim record. Note, if the record updated, modified, in Step 5 of the record is not saved in Step 6, the exported PDF will not include any of the changes made since the last save. Click 8. 8. Click Close the close of the dialog window. Does not save any changes. Step 6 must perform first to save updates. Chapter 6. Activity Logs. Testing.